Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my lovely prometida. And we are waiting for our K1 visa to get adjudicated at the at the service center in California. Not the lockbox. The lockbox is Dallas. That's a year past. So yes, so we're waiting for our visa to get adjudicated in California, just like you guys are waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Now, this video, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is about how many K1 visas were approved in the beautiful country of France in fiscal year 2022. Now, I love France. I've been to France probably about 12 times. I've been north, south, and central. And everything about France is beautiful, except the food is a little expensive. But other than that, come on along, we'll talk about beautiful France. Now, I live in the panhandle of Florida near Pensacola, east of Pensacola, north of Navarre Beach, which is where we're going to get married. And Karina is from Caracas, Venezuela, and she is now, currently, a legal resident of Bogota, Colombia since July 2018. And, soon, hopefully sooner rather than later, she'll be a full-time permanent resident of the United States and my wife. But we got to go through these hoops and go through this process. But before that, let's talk about France. Let's talk a little bit about K1 visas and France. Now, our friend Magley lives in France. And this video was the idea from Magley after we just did a live stream. Okay, we did a live stream. And we're going to do our live streams once a week on Sundays at 5 p.m. Central Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. But France is officially called the Republic of France, or the French Republic, and it is a country located in Western Europe. It also includes other regions, like territories in the Americas and the Atlantic, the Pacific and Indian Oceans, giving France one of the largest discontiguous exclusive economic zones in the world. So they're fantastic capitalists, just like Americans. And we love our French friends. Its metropolitan area extends from the Rhine to the Atlantic Ocean. The Rhine is a river. And then from the Mediterranean Sea to the English Channel. The English Channel separates England, the United Kingdom, from France. And of course the North Sea. Our overseas territories include French Guiana, where they speak French, in French Guiana, which is in South America. And St. Pierre and Miquelon in the North Atlantic. And the French West Indies. Now the French West Indies, beautiful, beautiful. And many islands in Oceania and the Indian Ocean. So France is a power player in the world. It has 18 integral regions, okay, 5 of which are overseas. And they span a combined area of 248,573 square miles. Now, I don't talk in kilometers, ladies and gentlemen. I'm from the USA. I talk in miles. As of January 2023, the French did a census, they did a head count, and the population is over 68 million people. And the vast majority of the France's territory and its population is situated in Western Europe. And it is called Metropolitan France. Metropolitan France. I love that name. And to distinguish it from other countries, okay, so it's called Metropolitan. It is bordered by the North Sea in the north, go figure, the English Channel in the northwest, the Atlantic Ocean in the west, and the Mediterranean Sea in the southeast. So you got cold oceans to swim in and warm oceans to swim in. The land borders of France consist of Belgium and Luxembourg. I've been to Belgium. I was there. In the northeast, Germany and Switzerland in the east, Italy and Monaco in the southeast. I've been to Italy, I've been to Monaco, and Andorra and Spain in the south and southwest. I've been to Spain. I haven't been to Andorra. Except for the northeast, most of France's land borders are roughly delineated by natural boundaries and geographic features. And to the south and southeast is the Pyrenees, the Alps, and the Jura, which are mountains. Okay, now I've flown over the Alps, and this is a beautiful sight, looking out of a plane, looking at the Alps, big mountains. And then I got to see the Rhine River. What a magnificent river. And France is often referred to as the Hexagon. Metropolitan France includes various coastal islands, of which the largest is Corsica. I remember taking a trip to Corsica from Sardinia. I think it was in 1990. In the summer of 1990, I went from Sardinia to Corsica. So I went from Italian territory to French territory. So I had to have my passport. And I believe the island of Corsica is where Napoleon Bonaparte was born. And I think I went ahead and visited the house where Napoleon was born at. And that was interesting. And with 89 million international tourists arrivals in France, France is considered the #1 world's top tourist destination, okay? Ahead of Spain and ahead of the United States. So France is the #1 tourist spot in the world, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And they get more than 10 million tourists a year, and the French Riviera being the most popular place to go visit in southeast France. And it is the second leading tourist destination area in the country after Paris. The south of France gets 300 plus days of sunshine a year and has 71 miles of coastline and beaches, 18 golf courses, 14 ski resorts, and 3,000 restaurants. So, fantastic, right? And each year the Côte d'Azur hosts 50% of the world's super yacht fleet. Okay? So all the super yachts like to go to the south of France. And now let's talk about K1 visas, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. In beautiful France, in fiscal year 2022, the U.S. Embassy in Paris, France, approved 91 K1 visas for our good friends in France to come live in the United States. And the U.S. Embassy is located in Paris, and the address is right here. I'll put the address and the phone number and all that relevant information for our friends in France who are processing K1 visas. Paris, France is where you're going to get your K1 visa. Okay, that's where you're going to get it. Put in your passport, where you're going to have your interview. And there are other consular offices in France, including Strasbourg, Rennes, General Marseille, Lyon, and Bordeaux. So there's other consulates. But Paris is where you're going to get your K1 visa. The consular section of the U.S. Embassy in Paris is also responsible for providing visa services to those people who wish to enter the United States for a temporary period and those who want to take up permanent residence in the United States. So in Paris is where you're going to get your tourist visa too. And as a note, please note that laptops and other large electronic devices are not permitted in the consular waiting area, and there's no storage space available. So don't bring your laptop to your K1 visa interview. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Soon you will get your K1 visa in your hand, your K2 visa for the boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be on an airplane flying to the United States of America, where you're going to land in the USA. You're going to get married and start your lives. Thanks for watching, and we will see you soon in the USA. Hang in there. Don't stress this.
I'll be back.